Good luck,
Good luck,
Beast.
Tiffy. And they're off. So whatever happens in this first part here, in this first room, that kind of already decided the entire race. No, that's not true at all.
From the beginning, yeah. It's a matter of whether you're holding right and then you jump, or if you're buffering your jump and then hold that. Which obviously, the latter is the best way.
What? Holding jump or holding right?
Holding jump.
No, dude.
What do you mean no?
I always hold right, then jump. You can do a lower and more controlled jump like that.
Yeah, but if you
I
buffer the
control the
jump,
timing.
you're already going a set speed, and then you can fall faster. Just kidding. It's just preference. Mine is faster.
So, we saw Aerytheta having a little bit of issues there, getting Ridley to hit her enough, but she brought her health down enough for him to leave. That's kind of just what you have to do in that room, is get hit enough for him to leave. So then it's time to escape. And a fun thing you can do here is look at that timer in the top right. We want that time to be as high as possible because it counts down.
Yeah,
So
they're
what
actually
here? 44:26.
Yeah, so there's a leaderboard for that series escape station timer.
And at 43:55. Both really good times. That's how insanity begins. God, Ross. Yeah, there's a couple of people who really like practicing that specific part of the run, trying to get that time as high as possible. But most of their people kind of settle for any time that's above 40 seconds is good enough, usually.
So I think the important part is that you get out of series in order to make your runs happen. Because sometimes it feels like you soft lock in series and you just can't get out because you keep getting stuck with like 25 escape times.
Yeah, and the steam keeps knocking you down. Yeah. So the first part of the run is basically the same as any run of Super Metroid in any category. Going down to pick up Morph Ball and some missiles, and then back up to Bomb Torizo to pick up bombs.
I'm trying to remember if there's any other parts of the game that has like that camo fog mist thing.
I'm not sure. But it disappears anyway when they go back in a minute. It's not there anymore.
Yeah, it's like a state of... It's like, yeah, the planet is dormant at that moment.
So InNo first to Morph Ball at 3:11, I think it was. That's a decent enough time. But Aerytheta is right behind them.
So from here they pick up the first... I feel like calling them minor items, even though they are just still items, but I guess I'm just too used to randomizer. Either way, these missiles are your way of progression.
I'm just taking a look here at these runners' race times up to this point. So they both did 4 races. They won all 4 of their races. Aerytheta did that in an average time of 52:59, and InNoRush did it in 52:48. So like their PBs, that's only, what is this, 11 seconds apart? Really anything can happen in this race.
Yeah, InNoRush is actually top... I think he's the 4th spot on the top 10 average, whereas Aerytheta is actually the 5th spot, right behind him. Right now that you just read them.
Yeah, that's crazy. They're like right behind each other. InNo is dropping some frames here, but at least we can still see where he is.
Yeah, he might need those frames if that's what he's trying to save.
Yeah. He almost missed a missile on that door. That would have been scary.
Oh, he almost got it too. I wonder if Aerytheta's gonna go for it. Darn it. Oh, she still tried to clip through the green door without ice cream. Yeah, Bomb Chorizo. I think we were talking about this like a few streams ago. That he's like the Buffalo Bill, just wearing other Chozos, like skin or whatever. Yeah, it's like BBT, like Buffalo Bill Chorizo is what I like started like thinking of as. What was it that brought it up? Made it seem like much more creepy than I had imagined.
Both of these runners with no issues whatsoever with the Alcatraz. That's a place where sometimes some time differences happen, but right now they're quite equal still.
I think one thing that's still kind of cool, about Aerytheta, and I know she prides herself in it, is since you mentioned Alcatraz, is that she didn't start doing it until she was like sub 52 or something. InNoRush, the first one into Green Brinstar. Doing a mock call to the sequence break into the first supers of the speedrun, not the game exactly.
Yeah, this is a sequence break because if you don't walk ball below those gates, you actually have to fight a little mini boss quite a bit further along the road. And now you can skip that mini boss. Pretty nice. I think the nice thing about InNoRush's slideshow right now is that we can still hear what he's doing at least.
That is true. Oh my God. So what we do know is that both runners do old route. We shouldn't expect any ride divergences.
What is the old route, Sefi?
The old route is the traditional way the developer intended boss order. That is Kraid, Bantoon, Dragon, and Ridley last.
By the way, just in case you missed it, Aerytheta just did a nice frame perfect trick called up and 2, getting out of charge. Is that frame perfect? If it's not, I'm still gonna call it frame perfect.
Pixel perfect, but it's
Pixel perfect.
Yeah.
Same thing.
By the way, that's not the name. And you know it. That's slander on commentary. But anyway, as we see now, both runners went down Red Tower. Skipping Spazer. I'm willing to bet that at this level, the runners might pick up about maybe 22% of the game items, maybe 23. It depends on how safe they want to go. But I believe Aerytheta always goes 3 energy tanks at max.
Did a little bit of farming there, and meanwhile Aerytheta had some issues getting into Kraid's lair, so the distance between the two is still about the same.
Yeah, about a little over, like just a room. I would still say a room.
So let's see if they can get this Crate quick kill coming up. You basically want to kill Crate before he even gets to stand up, which is pretty fast. You can do that with 2 missiles and 3 supers, or a charge shot and then 4 supers.
I thought that they didn't get it, but yeah, he got it.
We saw
And
both
Aerytheta with
ways
the
there.
Yeah.
But both of them getting the quick kill, so the distance is still the same. Right
I feel
behind
like
each other.
Aerytheta made up a little bit of time though, almost. But the difference is, I guess, a fanfare?
Yeah, maybe 1 fanfare. Oh.
Oh, those spikes. The turnarounds and then into the spikes. Thankfully, InNoRush did not get trolled by the key hunters coming out of the party zone. Aerytheta was able to kind of mediate that by jumping through the door. It's kind of cool what you can do with that. I believe they might be on like global timers or something.
Still about the fanfare part here. Both of them picked up Crate E tank, which some people like to skip that tank. You do need 3 tanks at the end, but I guess depending on how you like to play, this tank is not the fastest one to pick up. But if you pick up 4, or 5, it's definitely recommended. And I think that's what both of these runners will do: pick up 4 or 5.
Yeah, for safety. You could tank honestly, with the Crate tank, you could take, if you were to go, with like a full stacked energy into like the Phantoon fight, you can tank maybe like 5 more hits. Okay, yeah, she just didn't pick up the E tank. Which
yeah, InNoRush is still ahead here because of this specific E tank.
Also, along with a set amount of E tanks that you need to beat the game, you also need at least a specific amount of ammo in order to beat the first phase of the last boss. Not having sufficient ammo will possibly result in a soft lock, so that's definitely something that runners might want to keep in mind, especially in a tournament setting.
Aerytheta made up a little bit of time there. They're extremely close, so any bit of movement here matters. Like you saw Aerytheta run back there, that's like half a second that she lost. But before, she got a little mock ball into the room we call Cathedral. And that, I think, InNoRush did not get that one, so kind of keeps going back and forth here. But Aerytheta definitely slowly making up time.
Right, and depending on how the farm session goes after they pick up Speed Booster, because Aerytheta does have 1 more super missile. Actually, InNoRush still opting to preserve that super missile by using regulars to open up the door.
Yeah, their ammo and health is looking almost the same.
SRC for both runners.
Whoa, wow. That was a fast farm. She has a little bit lower on health and missiles. So it kind of depends on how she plays from here.
Yeah, she'll pick up another missile pack right before wave, But again, depending on
Oh, was that a Keigo?
yeah, that was a Keiko.
Damn. So she fell through the platform.
Essentially because those platforms are enemies, and when you turn around, it is possible to like clip right through them, ignoring like a landing even. Yeah, Aerytheta, you're right. So kind of low on that energy. Depends on how she farms on the way out, though.
Yeah, for sure. She has a couple of enemies that she can kill still to get either ammo or health. So sync. Almost. Almost. We're really close here.
Yeah, they don't want to really be holding hands. That's a good drop right there for Aerytheta. Both of those, actually.
Yeah.
Still, InNoRush has a little bit more regular missiles over Aerytheta, so if Phantoon were to give her a fast, it might mess things up a little bit. Just really
Yeah.
depends on the Phantoon,
I definitely think the boss fights are going to be very important in this race because their movement seems almost like exactly the same, which is why they are so close right now. They make about the same amount of mistakes. They move the same way. So boss fights are going to be very important.
Aerytheta is still going for it. That Alpha Spark.
So she goes for this Alpha Spark, which saves a little bit of time, but it uses up some health. Meaning, right now she is an entire E-tank short, which is quite a lot going into Phantoon because she's going to be using some more health to Spark again in a little bit. Oh, falling down the red tower.
While InNoRush was able to get up first try. Good recovery though for Aerytheta. There we go. These are pretty good times right there for InNoRush. Back at that fanfare difference.
I'm always happy with the sub 18 power bomb time.
Because you know it's 48 pace, huh? Heck yeah.
Yeah, we disagree on how to estimate how fast a run will be. I don't see that as a 48 pace, but Sephi does.
Well, more like a technically. Like I always add that. That's my disclaimer. It's technically. How bad? I'm just kidding. How you perform from there on out is entirely up to you.
All right, tried to go for Ocean Fly there, I think, but missed it. Aerytheta did not try to shoot a missile or a super, but Spark later anyway, maybe to conserve a little bit of health there.
For sure.
Definitely a good decision.
So yeah, wow. InNoRush is pretty stacked on energy. He should be having a pretty safe fight.
I'm actually not sure what Aerytheta does in Phantoon. Depending on her strategy. Oh, she's going to farm here a little bit. Hoping for some extra health. Gets a little bit there from the left one. I think the right one maybe dropped the missile.
Alright, well, I'm pretty sure, and I think she farmed the, I don't know if she farmed the caterpillar on the way down.
Let's listen to Inno to hear what he does.
Shooting. Yes. getting healthy.
Oh,
Kinda.
hits Fantoon, but only once?
Yeah, I didn't hear a
That was not an X
nice.
Factor.
That was one for
Aerytheta, however,
Aerytheta.
gets it.
Okay, so Fantoon is down for InNoRush.
That must have been a double X Factor then anyway, but I didn't hear the...
I didn't hear the second.
Yeah, I didn't hear the scream.
Yeah. Oh, that's what he does.
Oh, Aerytheta low on energy. Being careful.
I think she wants to secure the kill with another X Factor, but she wants to do it safely with enough energy because it could be the case that she might take 2 hits. Oh, that could have been a good one.
She's just not getting any... Oh, there she goes. Oh,
She's
Jesus.
good. Yeah, she's fine. I mean, I figured that she wanted to get at above 40 energy and maybe.
Yeah, so she could take 2 hits.
Mhm.
She will get health bomb now though. So, but she has 3 supers, 2 power bombs. She's basically fine.
Yeah, no, her ammo is great. I think that's also positive about being able to do a double X Factor.
Yeah, because you don't use a super, or it kind of depends on your power bomb kind though.
Right.
InNoRush with Addict Spark. Getting it.
It's a really nice job. InNoRush is able to splice everything together perfectly.
Bowling Spark.
Yes. Nice job. It's like you call it and he'll like put it.
Yeah, I saw the. I saw him get the short charge.
It's kind of annoying whenever you spark like that and you don't spark it like long enough to kill the key hunter, and so he kind of ends up hitting you for another hit. So
Yeah, Aerytheta is very low on health right now. Need a couple more drops here. Oh, she's fine.
She's good.
Inno is definitely looking better on health there. Because Aerytheta has to take some damage here. Oh!
Oh,
Jesus! Oh my god!
Oh my goodness! No! Please.
She messed up a little bit there, taking 4 hits, but having exactly enough health. You don't need more than this.
Yeah, that's 3 more energy than she needs. Because the rest you could just pause buffer.
Pause buffer out of it. So you have to be careful leaving this place though. There's a couple of enemies in the way and like obviously 1 hit will kill her. But she should be fine.
Yeah, I think the scariest parts are just the blind jumps down back into Red Tower with the crabs trying to get.
Yeah, those crabs do a lot of damage anyway. The fish here as well if you jump into the ocean the wrong way. This key hunter should drop some health for her, but then the crabs can still insta-kill.
I hope it's large enough.
5 health, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, playing it really safe.
Farming the crabs, and let's go. Still very low on health. She'll need a little bit more health because she has to spark up in a little bit. So she might choose to farm or take the refill at the bottom of Red Tower. We'll see what she does.
Guaranteed that the cactus accurate is gonna drop a big health. Because she still has not gotten over the 50 yet, is she?
Yeah. The other
cactus.
Yeah, the other cactus is gonna get give her one more super. Yeah, she's trying to get some health here. She may need one more power bomb as well.
Yeah, and there she goes. InNoRush, by the way, just blazing right through Marie.
Right, about to enter boss one here. We'll probably hit him with one X Factor and then 6 supers.
Probably use the audio cue since he can't see what he's doing. So that sounded like they all landed. That sounded like
he's dead.
Yep.
Nice done. Nicely done. That was fast. It sounded like a 1 round for sure.
Also really generous Batoon giving 2 power bombs, and he didn't have to unnecessarily use any more super missiles, so he's still stacked to be entering Dragon.
So Aerytheta right now on her way to Batoon as well. She's a little bit lower on energy, so she has to be careful not to get hit. He does 30 damage per hit, I think. Meaning she could take 1.
Yeah, just 1. And be careful trying to run through Batoon, or else you'll accidentally take 2 or 3 hits on one frame.
You can actually double hit. Oh, missing the X Factor. Probably because she wanted to be careful not to take any damage. Like when he pops out, sometimes he hits you. Cleaning out those particles and ready to shoot. Right? Careful, don't get hit.
As long as she should be now. God. Well, still
okay,
dead.
Killed him. Aerytheta just clutching everything. Well, is really just blazing through this game right now.
Yeah, he's been doing everything healthy.
Going for another boss fight here. We'll be sparking into Dragon. Maybe we get to see a little bit of that. Oh, we sparked right. It's a goop. Is that too high? I think it hit.
It might have hit. Dragon must have gone. Or it must have been.
That was a goop spark. That definitely hit.
Or I should be able to take her down with just 1 more calculated spark. Meanwhile, Aerytheta, depending on how. Oh, there we go. Nice job.
She's dead. I think he lost the blue suit. But killing Dragon there while Aerytheta just entered the room.
She has a fast enough fight. She could make a good amount of time overrun.
Yeah, Inno's fight wasn't necessarily like really slow, but it could have been faster.
That was really good.
Nice.
Let's see what this is like.
Kill her. She's like really close to death right now. Are you hoping for a goop? Oh, misses a short charge. Shoot her. Yeah.
Nice. Here we go.
Nicely done.
So with that down, should we pick it up with InNoRush just picked up after the fight? It's the space jump. I feel like space jump is if only there were more water parts in the game, but it's definitely helpful for a lot of movement because right outside of water it gets a little tricky, so for some people to get used to the timing.
Basically, it's an infinite jump, but the moment you can press jump again is limited, so it's like a 20 frame window or something like that. You can't like press it at any moment, except when you're in the water. Then you can just mash it. But it does help move through rooms where you can't run at all because there's too many like little things in the way, like obstacles and everything.
I mean, this room primarily, Cacatac Alley is a really good example.
Yeah, and I think a lot of Lower Norfair as well. You use space jump in so many places just to not have to stop and jump again, or fall into little gaps like that the entire time. Funny thing is that the new route actually does not pick up space jump because it's Dragon is the last boss you fight, and at that point it's really just not as useful anymore.
Yeah, no, everything you could just pretty much get through on the Meridia escape by just doing like some really long jump. And I mean, Coliseum, you honestly, if you get the blue suit, you just spark right through everything.
Hey, where's this other pirate? Oh, he's already dead.
Right, so InNoRush, on his way down, he's gonna pick up Ice Beam right before heading into Lower North.
Aerytheta used a power bomb there to farm or something. Not sure why. Let's jump from Inno into that room. Sadly, we didn't see the rest of it.
Yeah, it's pretty much like like those movies that are up for interpretation.
Yeah.
That's what these threats are.
We just assume he does everything right because he's pretty far ahead by now.
Yep. So the InNoRush having a pretty good run here.
Aerytheta's maybe about a minute behind, I think. Oh, she fell into that little gap. Inno got the space boost, hopefully. Let's see. Yeah. Nice.
Also, yeah. Continuing the space jump.
I like to skip the refill. There's a refill station there that you pass. You pass right by it. But being pretty high on energy, he decided he didn't need it. And Aerytheta might do the same in a little bit.
Yeah, they were both fortunate enough to be able to get some really good drops on the way out of Meridia. And sometimes it's a little sketchy because Dragon could be the issue. Oh, Aerytheta didn't have the power bombs, but remembering to use that rune to farm him up. But yeah, depending on how the Dragon fight usually tends to go.
Also going for that space boost. Nice. And Inno gets fast pillars. Really cool tech there. That sounded like a little bit of issues near the top of the worst room in the game, but nothing too bad. And you saw on Aerytheta's screen there was he decided to hold a charge shot and then spin jumping, meaning she could pseudo screw right through the flame and not fall down in that lava pit, which is pretty easy way to navigate that room.
I think for the most part, pseudo screws should be able to ignore most projectile.
Yeah, for sure. You can kill a lot of enemies with pseudo screw if they're weak. And I guess something that doesn't do a lot of damage to you can pseudo screw right through. Something like that.
Yeah, I think as long as it's able to kill the enemy, because pseudo screws do 200 damage or so. So as long as the enemy has below that health, you should be able to. You should be fine. Another thing about pseudo screws is that it does have a one-time usage until you charge your shot again.
And I should be heading into Ridley right about now.
Yep.
Yep.
Could tell by the song change, I guess. I mean, aside from being able to tell from the signature screams of horror.
And they're shooting him with total 20 charge shots. Oh, the video is catching up there. What he's doing.
Should be almost dead, I believe.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, you know, he's kind of low on health too. Oh my god.
Oh, should be grabbed now. Yes.
Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
Just kind of randomly just cut to 94 health, 54 health, 14 health.
And then he's just standing there waiting to get grabbed, and you don't even see if he gets grabbed. You just hope.
Ammo looking good though. Well, Aerytheta is now in Ridley's room as well. Here we can actually see what this fight looks like.
Yeah. Aerytheta also making sure to kind of control Ridley's movement by continuing to jump. Some people prefer hopping, but I don't know. I feel like the easiest is definitely when you're able to keep Ridley in a swooping pattern. Okay, all right. Ridley just gave up.
That was a little bit weird, the way he blew up there. She's skipping the E-tank, which took, and that will make so she saves a little bit of time. Like, she makes up a little bit of time compared to there, and with her health being over 3 E-tanks, she should be fine. But it is very dangerous, both in leaving this place and in the Mother Brain fight. Because basically everything in Lower Norfair does 50 damage a pop. It's gonna be quite terrifying. Okay, that was the 40, but she's still fine.
I always find those little flames annoying.
If you time it right, they will bop you right up, but sometimes you fall next to them. A little bit early with the power bomb. Okay, be careful.
Good, waiting it out.
Nice. Clip. no damage taken there.
Excellent clip right there by InNoRush. I did not hear him get hit at all. Well, I saw him, I think.
Alright, one more creepy part here for Aerytheta. She might choose to kill these key hunters instead of running through them. Oh no, she's going for it.
Oh, that was...
Oh my god.
Okay,
That's
good.
so scary. Oh
Yeah.
god. She was one more, like 37 one hit from dying to those key hunters there.
It's always scary when you don't make it up the on like the first jump.
That was a smart pickup there. The little orb dropped big health, and she was like, you know what? No, I'll just take it. You know, on the elevator up out of Norfair, at about 41 minutes, so that should be what, a mid 51 pace?
And Aerytheta really is not that far behind.
Aerytheta definitely clutching it out this entire run.
For good
Except
reason.
Ridley. Ridley was easy.
Yeah, that's true. So, really controlled fight there for Aerytheta.
Aerytheta only a couple of rooms behind here. It might still come down to baby skip. I'm not sure if both of them go for it.
I don't know if Aerytheta does. Aww. Thank you, Aerytheta. I like the energy that Aerytheta has now, though. If she wants, she could definitely opt to group the Metroids, which I feel is definitely the safer method in terms of kind of preserve ammo.
It's safer in terms of ammo, but she has a lot of supers, so I would personally not group with this amount of health. Because basically, if you group the Metroids, you take a lot of damage.
And the damage stats.
Yeah, if you mess up getting them off of you, you might actually die.
Although InNoRush's super missile count has me a little wonka,
43-17 entry into G4 for InNoRush and Aerytheta. Let's see how far she is behind right now. Seems to be like 22, 23 seconds difference. Right now the runners are actually chatting in the IRC race chat because they're both just chilling right now.
Alright, yep, so this last segment is a little RNG dependent.
Wants more supers.
It's like
Oh, come on, Metroids.
2 or 3 super super drops the entire room. Oh my gosh.
Basically, you want to be as close to full supers as possible at the end, but you need at least 6. But that will mean a lot of time loss. Oh god, Aerytheta.
No.
No!
Aerytheta.
Damn.
And InNoRush is struggling with these drops. I honestly do applaud that Aerytheta went for. Oh my gosh! What InNoRush? Oh,
With 8 supers. So Aerytheta has actually forfeited
no.
from the race, realizing she's really far behind at this point if she would have to start all the way over.
GG. Honestly, that's a really, really good run.
Extremely clutch, but still a good run. The movement looked nice.
So,
Not going for the baby skip.
That risk that Aerytheta took, I definitely agree with.
You would have done it?
I would have done it, yeah, because she definitely would have caught up. And considering InNoRush and his ammo situation right now.
Yeah, she would have definitely moved through those rooms a little bit faster by grouping the Metroids. But yeah, so what happened is she couldn't get them off in time. Actually bomb jumping instead of the bomb, I guess, hitting the Metroid and pushing them off. And then died to the Metroid just sucking all her energy away. It is really scary. I rarely group because I lose so much energy to it. But it is definitely a way to save time if you're confident.
So yes,
something's happening on Inno screen.
This is like the waiting.
We just can't see it or hear
this is like
it anymore.
Previously on InNoRush's last slide. What is going on?
Yeah, the sound actually left us here. Not sure why.
It definitely just must be a stream, but
yeah, it must be a stream because it still says we're using his audio. And the audio was very helpful for us to know what was actually going on.
So for InNoRush, it sounded like he was using regular missiles on the Idor. And here we have, this is when InNoRush visited Torian, and he took a picture in front of the Ghidorah. Then he went back to refill.
And he knows at this point that Aerytheta is so taking a save as well. Definitely just wants to finish.
And this is when he was space traveling.
Yeah, he got the Zeb skit. We're at Mother Brain.
And then suddenly video.
Boom!
Yeah, so smart move that InNoRush made. Whoa. To catch him right to the...
Ooh. That was a catch up, yeah. But Mother Brain is dead. So he's good.
So it makes me wonder sometimes, like, Like it kind of, I still, it just sucks because it would have been really, really clutch. And the race might have been closer.
So now we're just waiting for a mother brain to kill the baby Metroid here for the bazillionth time. She always does that. Why the mother brain?
I think she just doesn't like humans.
Yeah. But she's a mother.
Maybe it wasn't by choice. Maybe that's just a label. Maybe like, maybe she's like a mother, like Mother Teresa or something.
Yeah, maybe. Isn't Mother Teresa a mother because she's a nun?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
And well, now that Mother Brain is dead, she's done. Also used to call.
You do think Mother Brain is a nun? That's kind of an interesting theory, though.
I believe so. I believe she's saving herself for her own beliefs, her own ways, her own race. That is the space pirate. She's
Aerytheta just fighting Bomb Teresa again because why not?
a little high five. It was brief. They weren't the same, just different states. Of course, we have a good game for InNoRush.
Yeah, GG, you know? With an official race time of 52:36.
So just a quick reminder to follow the runners, of course, on their respective channels.
So we actually have another match coming up real soon after this one ends here. Looking at so InNoRush doesn't want to come in for an interview, but maybe Aerytheta wants to say a couple of words before we move on.
Yeah, I think she'll end up sending a message for us to read anyway. Oh, yep, hold on. So, message from Aerytheta, really fast. She reads, GG to Inno, great runner, great friend. Thanks for all the commentators and restreamers for doing a great job like all. I apologize for my poor performance. I never found a rhythm this run. Those things happen. It's just horrible that it happened during what was supposed to be such a hype race. But still, I promise Mother Brain will die again. Thanks for the support. Miggles and I love you. Miggles is her teddy bear, by the way. And Aerytheta is a bear, by the way, as well. But I don't think she had a poor performance at all.
No, not at all. It was a really nice close match. She clutched out the boss fights for sure, but being able to survive all of those is definitely, not easy. So that's very well done still. All right, so we'll be right back with the next match, which will be, where is it? Rasu versus Bullseye on this same channel. So stay tuned.
Yeah, don't touch that remote.